Hey, what's up, everybody? It is Sunday, May 12th, 2024. Happy Mother's Day at the time of this recording for those of y'all who celebrate Mother's Day. Welcome to a brand new episode of the Now Mind You podcast. Bam, 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 bam. This is episode 117, Manga, the manga edition. We are your hosts. I'm TJ.
I'm Bryce.
Matt is, I think, on his way back from overseas right now.
Yesterday,
But
yeah,
with
he said he was landing by like 6, he said.
yeah, so at the time of this recording, he's probably on. He might. I mean, sometimes it takes a long ass time for flights to even just for people to just get off the plane. So
Oh,
he
with the
he might be in
delays
the
and
area.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But with that, Matt will be obviously let's let our boy get his rest. Right. We're not gonna be like, hey nigga, like just got off the flight. You better find yourself a hot spot. Jump in on no. But let's let him get his rest. He'll probably be with us next
That'd be
week.
hilarious.
Right? That'd be crazy, Bryce. Like, what kind of what kind of podcast are we running here? Ain't no breaks, bro.
Probably already uncomfortable in them small ass seats with them like
Right.
make your neck fucking crick up and shit.
We just have him like, hey, nigga, I hope you brought your podcast recording equipment with you. Uh,
Podcast and them neck pillows.
but with that, in terms of announcements, as per usual, check out the social media and whatnot. Check out our YouTube page. As far as the docket is concerned, for this week, we got Hajime no Ippo, Jujutsu Kaisen, and Sakamoto Days. Then we'll get into our favorite chapter of the week. And then, of course, we'll talk about our topic of the week, which is what this week, Bryce?
Ooh, what is our favorite anime suit?
Mm.
Pretty much just kind of we thought we were talking about like JoJo like style, but nah, it's more like Common Rider battle suit
Yeah,
type.
like you got to transform into the suit type
Yeah,
deal, right?
yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah.
Um, with that, I'll kick us off, and we're gonna dive into Hajime no Ippo. Of course, the author is George Morikawa. This time, we're going into chapter 1455. That's read 1455. Ippo's been around since the late 80s, y'all. This is titled "Outside of Expectations." Where do we leave off? Basically, the bell for the end of round one has just gone off. If I were to summarize this, we're in the break in between rounds, that 30-second break where the seconds are in, and they're just assessing what just went down in the first round. My review. It was a short chapter. It was only 10 pages. It, this is not this is actually on brand for Ippo. When George Morikawa is getting busy with either his boxing gym or health concerns, we might get shorter chapters. We might get like some mini hiatuses here and there, but it's always cool when a chapter does drop. Does drop. Sorry. I like how both corners, basically the challenger and the champion, both of their corners kind of baked in some flexibility as part of their attack plan, as part of their strategy. I mean, you can plan for your opponent, right? You can review as much tape as you want to, but at the end of the day, once you're in there face to face, that bell has gone off. You got to be able to adapt. You got to be able to switch it up if you need to, because the strategy may have changed. It may have a new wrinkle in their game, right? Mashiba, once he got a taste of Rosario's abilities, right? He's like, oh, I'm not just gonna hang back and watch him gas out like the original plan was. I'm gonna shut those lights off myself, right? His coach and his corner were like initially against it, but once they started looking Mashiba's eye, dude, they had this pair of panels, one for Mashiba, one for Rosario, where it just zoomed in on the eyes. And it reminds you of the Kill Bill eyes zooming with the like
Oh
the
yeah.
high pitch. Like that's the vibe I was getting from that. Um this is another chapter to me that confirms that whenever Rosario says that's unfair, that's just him using his domain expansion. Ain't no way that dude with that character design, you've seen this 21 Savage design, Bryce. Ain't no way he is unfamiliar with cursed energy. The man might be a curse himself, right?
Yeah.
I think that's unfair is just his trigger phrase, dog. Um Now, the second round starts off and it has you thinking that Rosario is going to keep his distance because he's got a better sense of Mashiba's stupid long flicker jab, right? But I know the big ass inhale, him like kind of getting his guard up, tucking his shoulders and rolling his shoulders forward, looks like he's preparing for an infight, right? Basically getting up close, boxing on the inside. Mashipo probably has an answer for that too, right? He just developed a new uppercut. But all that to say, let's see what goes down next chapter. In my notes, I put down next week, but that ain't no guarantee. So I'm gonna say next chapter. With that, we're done with Ippo. I'm gonna pass the mic over to my boy Bryce. He'll take us into Jujutsu.
Yeah. Jujutsu Kaisen, chapter 259. All right. Once again,
Uh-oh.
we thought we getting somewhere. Wrong.
Uh-oh.
We back to it. Sukuna back up. We start the chapter off with Choso and Yuji having a conversation. Yuji is trying to understand blood manipulation.
Mm-hmm.
Um and Choso he doesn't really know, which makes sense. Of course, he's a blood, he's a curse womb. You know, he just kind of understands it. It's not like he mastered the shit.
Mm-hmm.
Um unlike I can't remember dude's name. Uh
Kamo.
unlike Tomo
No,
who
Kamo with a K. My bad.
Kamo, unlike Kamo, who, in turn took the chance to teach Yuji. We go back to the fight. We find out that basically Sukuna is going to activate the divine flame, but there's a binding valve attached where he has to use dismantle and cleave first.
Mm-hmm.
And use that along with the barrier to make it a sure hit. At least that's what I came to the understanding of it. There's a lot going on, so please forgive me if I miss particular parts out. They also explained the reason why he couldn't use that against Gojo was because with just kind of everything going on, it wouldn't have helped with Gojo because of the domain battles, pretty much.
Infinity, basically.
Infinity.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the explosion goes off, and then of course we get a little of course we go back to Yuji and Choso. Choso used his blood to shield Yuji, and Choso ends up dying. Um, we kind of have this sweet moment between him and Yuji, kind of like last words. He apologizes for not teaching him, and he says it is it's the younger brother's job to surpass the older brother. And then he has kind of a flashback between the other cursed wombs, and then he turns to ash and fades away. And then Yuji has like this moment of hopelessness, just kind of standing in front of Sukuna. And then, of course, his other brother shows up, Todo. Um, Todo's here. The Boogie Woogie is back. Um, Turns out we go back to another flashback where he's with Miss May, and they have pretty much like a plan when it comes to saving people. I'm assuming it was the game. It was well, no, it was for Sukuna. It's for Sukuna's domain to like save them and get them out the jam.
Right.
And Todo has a hypothesis that pretty much if you tell Yuji, then Sukuna's gonna find out because they're kind of connected.
Yeah.
Resonance, I think they use.
Yeah.
So they kind of kept it on the down low, and then of course, Todo shows up to the battlefield, tells Yuji, "Look, man, they probably all right. Let's get back to it." Yuji kind of gets his funk back, and they about to get into it with Sukuna, who he's gonna have a hard time using cursed technique now. TJ, I'm gonna I said it before. I will say it again. This fight's too damn long. The trope of like the dude comes in and saves everybody and keep the fight going. The shit is old. You've used it far too many times. You used it with Yuta. You used it with Miguel. You're using it with Todo. You're using it. There's somebody else that used it with. Used it with the lawyer.
Maki, the
Maki.
lawyer, the
Like
comedian,
everybody's
Sakaba.
coming.
Yeah.
people are dying, and I get like but there's just like no tension left in the fight. We're just going on for it. Um, I hope we're getting to the conclusion of this fight because I just don't even feel like this is the final fight. If this is the final fight, it's so weird that it's the final fight
Yeah.
because it's just like no makeup to it. Um, maybe Gege's trying to finish this up and just get it out the jam, and he's like, "Yo, I'm about to pull the craziness," but it feels like Kaguya. It's giving me Kaguya vibes, and I don't like that.
Mm.
Um, TJ, what you think, man?
Uh, I feel like a stronger final fight would be like that Tengen humanity thing,
Yeah,
whatever that, because it feels like it's got the potential to be like an Akira. Um, but my thoughts, I broke it down into two sections, what I didn't like and what I did like. Let me start with what I didn't like. I didn't like Choso dying. I feel like the sacrifice was made purely for the heartstrings, but I don't think it was necessary. Because it's not like
yeah,
everyone got incinerated, dude. Like Ura Ume and then Mr. What y'all call him? DraftKings Hakari. Like
yeah,
they were clearly tucked away. They were safe from that shit.
right.
So I'm sure Maki didn't get burnt to a crisp. I'm sure like Yuta is out the paint, you know what I'm saying? Like not dead, but I
Hey,
just mean
Toto
like
may
literally
have
out of
got
the
them out.
field. Wait, what'd you say, Bryce?
Toto may have got them out in time. That's what he's
Right.
saying.
You
Like,
know what I'm saying? So it's like I don't know why I chose, and then I feel like Yuji would have found a way to survive. I don't know. Some about Choso's death feels unfair to Choso's character. That's what I'll say. I
yeah,
understand the brother shit too, but I'm like, damn, is Yuji gonna have anybody left after this battle? Right? Um, they're saying that because of the requirements to use the divine flame, it takes so much out of Sukuna. He's gonna say where it's hard for him to use curse techniques. This is what I'm gonna say on that. I see what you're doing, Gege. You're trying to give us hope, and I'm not fucking falling for it.
yeah,
It's a pattern at this point, right? It's like, oh shit, Yuta, oh shit, Takaba, oh shit, Maki. That one hurt me the most, by the way. Maki not doing it, but right. And it's like, all right, oh shit, Yuji, and then Sukuna's like, but wait. And then we also have to take into consideration that is Sukuna still not serious right now? Or is he still in neutral? Or is he actually in drive? Like, because it
yeah,
seems like he doesn't really give a shit to a certain degree. It's like, yeah, you guys, you can take this hand. I don't care if this hand doesn't grow back, right? Like you can
yeah.
hit my stomach, mouth. I don't care, bro. I'm still that dude. I'm still him. Is basically what Sukuna has been showing us this whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Uh Yuji hasn't really used reverse curse technique to heal that one eye. I don't know why it's worrying me. It will probably be nothing, but the fact that he hasn't healed it is kind of concerning to me. Um, Also, blood bending and convergence being based on a form of reverse curse technique to at least that's what it seemed like they were trying to explain to Yuji for him to kind of grasp it a little bit more. That's kind of cool.
Yeah,
I didn't. I thought it was a little weird of an explanation, but I was like, all right, it's kind of cool. Now, what I did like, the tag team is back again. It's cool seeing the brothers, right? Bonding over some pervy shit, but the brothers, Yuji and Toto. I still remember how Toto spun this whole imaginary history between them
yeah.
that somehow Yuji accepted, and that just became their story. Uh, but I'm curious to see what he had under those bandages. Did my boy get a new hand? Or is it more likely going to be some type of curse tool that works with his curse technique?
Right.
Um, that psychic link between Yuji and Sukuna, the resonance, that's insane.
Yeah,
And them like catching on to that and then realizing that they need to kind of compartmentalize some of these plans to like some type of need to know basis is actually pretty brilliant.
yeah.
With that said, Sukuna by KO.
Man, how many? Who else is alive? Just so I know who else they're gonna pull out, like the save the hero trope, bro. I'm sick of this.
I don't even know at this point. Like almost all their OG heavy hitters are gone. Like
Yeah.
for real, right? Like Gojo's out, Sakumo's out, right? Nanami's been out the game. Like who they got left? Panda, Maki. We don't even know if Yuta can fight right now.
Nope.
Because he got hit with one of those slashes.
Mhm.
Hakari's still technically speaking dealing with Uraume. I don't know,
And it's
man.
like, where is that fight going?
Yeah. Well, they
Yeah.
haven't really zone hopped to it. That's honestly a good case for a zone hop. It's like give us something, give us a win or an L, but just give us something that isn't what is starting to feel like the monotony of this
Right.
battle with Sukuna. It's just yeah, and this kind of is hard to say because I thoroughly enjoyed Jujutsu Kaisen, but this is just kind of dragging in a not great way. I don't know.
That's what I mean. Like it's getting to the point where I was just like, all right, Choso died. It's too long. Like when it gets to the point where things happen, like to bigger characters,
Hmm.
and it's not even like it's like an afterthought because you're just like, all right, well maybe it just becomes like a point where it's just like, all right, when are you gonna call this fight?
Yeah, that's what it feels like. That right there. When are you going to call this fight? It's like, ref, that's 52 unanswered shots. What are we doing?
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah. I still don't get me wrong, man. I love Toto. I love
yeah,
Toto. He's one of my favorite characters in JJK. I do feel like Choso's death is cheaper. It's cheap. Um, it could have had. I just I'm just ready for this fight to be over with. And then you know what's the crazy thing? I don't even know where they would go after this point.
yeah.
I don't know. I do not know. Um,
So that's why last point for me. That's why I'm also wondering. It's like, did Gege write themselves into a corner by making Sukuna apparently so OP?
not giving himself a way out. He did though. He gave himself a way out with the black flashes.
I mean, but then they just like they just kind of killed like cancel it by saying, "Oh, divine flame," right?
But
Like,
here's the thing though. With that, I will give you that. But also you could make it so if Toto instead of just almost getting somebody out, Toto could have got everybody out
yeah, he just
except Choso.
yeah,
Or like except Choso and Yuji. And they're like, yo, we gotta run. But he's this way. He's nah, we gotta go. Everybody's hurt. Everybody's this way. Let's just recoup. I don't know. I mean, nah, I guess that wouldn't have worked either because Sakuna ain't gonna let you escape. But like maybe have Sakuna run. All right, I'm done. This is boring now. Bye. Hey, I'm gonna release Tengen in 10 days. Just because y'all entertain me enough. I'm gonna tell y'all that. I'll give you 10 days.
I would take that because at least it kind of pulls the story into a new direction.
You know what I mean? Like a
Yeah.
race against the clock type of thing. It's a lot.
Oh well.
Yeah.
I know we're still reading next week, so
Yeah, we still reading. I'm still in it. But
yeah,
god damn,
yeah.
give a nigga a point five at least. I want to fucking fill a chapter this shit too much.
That's insane.
I
I,
swear, bro.
I know I almost threw away Kaiju number 8 because of that bullshit they did this week, but we're not even covering that. Hey, should we transition over to Sakamoto Days?
Let's transfer over to Sakamoto.
Sakamoto Days, Yuto Suzuki, chapter 165, titled Accessibility. Where'd we leave off? Literally ended with Sakamoto being like, hey, this old man has gotten stronger since I was in the order. What the hell is going on? And this is skinny moto, slim moto, caloric deficit moto, being like, hey, yo, I had to break out the skinny form and still ain't enough. Like, summary. Mr. Takamura is a problem with absolutely no answers. And
Yes.
even based on, I'm jumping ahead, but even based on how this chapter ended, that ain't no guarantee. Um, First of all, where's my anime announcement? We are at chapter 165. There are mangas who just gave us a bullshit title page chapter that somehow got an anime.
That's
Where is
crazy.
Sakamoto Days? Bro,
That's
you preach it to
crazy.
you
The
preach it to the choir,
steepness.
bro. You preach it to the choir. Hey, bro, they caught a stray, deserved. Um,
That's crazy.
what did I like? The action sequences and the artwork in Sakamoto Days are always top tier. It's always crisp. The level of strength, like I think we can agree. If I'm out of line, if I'm out of pocket, by all means let me know, right? But I think we can agree that the base level of strength we're seeing for assassins in Sakamoto Days, and I mean base level. I'm not even talking about like what we're seeing with Sakamoto and Takamura, but it seems to be on par with like anybody who fights in Dragon Ball. Not Dragon Ball Z, not Dragon Ball Super, not
Dragon Ball.
GT. I'm just talking about base Dragon Ball. Because even then, Dragon Ball, like Goku was mad strong, Krillin was mad strong, Roshi, clearly, right? Because he was teaching all of them. Yamcha, everybody had like an insane base level strength where it was like punching somebody through cement was like regular. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it seems like in Sakamoto Days, minus a few energy, like minus an energy blast, they seem to be up there.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, cause when Sakamoto threw like an up kick or a side kick at Takamura, like he sent him through the fucking ceiling into the next floor, into basically the fucking food court of the Assassin Convention Museum. Like that's insane, right? And we're not even going to talk about the last few chapters where the nigga like kicked him into a bus and he was like, "Let me just land on the doors right quick." Anyway, I
Right.
digress. Um, I'm glad it looks like Nagumo is going to make it. Last chapter, I had my doubts. That shit was pretty touch and go. Sakamoto's apron stays saving his ass. Again though, Takamura is a problem. Sakamoto
Yeah.
said, "Hey, I can't really, stop his sword, so let me try stopping him from unsheathing it, right? All right, so I'm gonna just block his hand with my whole body off of my foot." And Takamura's response was like, "I got two hands, son. I can just throw away the sheath." I was like, "What? What?"
Two hands.
Like, and then did they both like kind of rehydrate themselves mid-battle? Like Sakamoto used the droplets off of the vending machine slash, and then Takamura was like, "Let me grab a sip of that cold beverage." That was in the food court. Um, we
Probably.
got right, like we got confirmation that Mr. Takamura might just be an apex predator, dog. I sent this to the group chat because I was like,
That
this is ridiculous. He can't see that well.
motherfucker is too creative.
He only reacts to what was it like hostility, bloodlust, or some shit like movement and bloodlust. Like that was crazy. It's not one was like, oh shit, I must have leaked out some bad vibes. The nigga already found us, bro. When he snuck up on them like the Undertaker, and
Yeah.
that one, like you know which picture I'm talking about. Undertaker standing behind dude, and dude's like, happy, happy, joy, joy. And Undertaker's like, well, that's about to end.
Right.
Um, yeah, yeah. Mr. Takamura is just a different breed, bro.
Different
I
indeed.
wonder if putting him in the order was like a way to protect humanity. Like without going too deep into it, I just wonder if like he's putting the order for our safety. Like this old man's too loose.
Nah, that's real. That's
We
probably the case. Where it's
we
just
gotta
like
just we gotta put a collar on him. We won't be able
he
to
gonna
really
be
control
he
him.
gonna be killing he gonna be killing somebody. We might as well make sure he kill people we want.
Right. Right. It's like we can't really control him, but we can like direct him. Um,
Yeah.
what I didn't like, it was only two bullet points, unlike Jujutsu Kaisen. Mr. Takamura might be too OP. Like it was so bad. I was actually rooting for Gaku when he showed up at the end. I said to myself, Gaku, thank God, come fight this old man and save these niggas. Like,
That's
like,
real.
like I'm rooting for Gaku, who is not a good person at all. And then I got to give a shout out to my boy Brandon. What happens if, because this was Brandon's suggestion, he was like, what happens if Gaku causes Mr. Takamura, aka Walking Calamity, to actually wake up and we see Mr. Takamura open his eyes and speak clearly?
Oh shit.
Right? I'm gonna pass it over to you, dog.
Man, you hit it on the head, bro. This motherfucker, Mr. Takamura, what if he having night terrors or some shit? Like I
Oh my
can't.
gosh.
Like this dude is too OP. I do like the fact that there is an OP character.
Hmm.
I think it's needed. I think it's very much needed in a manga like this. Like
Yeah.
you need a Mr. Takamura. You need a because if you got a character like Sakamoto who's like in their prime and is that ace, it's good to see the assassin world kind of evolve after him, you know?
Hmm. Hmm. I
So
think
yeah,
I think it's also cool, not to interrupt. I just think it's also cool because based off of what you just said, how Sakamoto Days kind of subverts the narrative, right? Like Mr. Takamura is an objectively old senior citizen. Why is this man so strong, right? Sakamoto Days, when he doesn't go slim moto mode, he's an overweight shopkeeper, right? Why is he so? We keep seeing, and I think Dragon Ball might have been one of the first to really do this, but the atypical non-super masculine character being super strong, right? We're seeing that a lot in Sakamoto's, which I appreciate.
yeah. And it's needed. I feel like it's definitely needed. Sakamoto Days is such a fresh manga. Um, I think actually we should take that into retrospect. This isn't like anything I've read in a minute,
Hmm.
story wise or just beat wise, and I just can't help but enjoy myself. I
Hmm.
do have one question. How the fuck is Gaku just ready to go again?
So that's a thought I had as well. He can't be at 100%
No, not
unless
at all.
Deer Mask, with all the stuff he does, like just say, hey, bro, take this performance enhancing pill right quick. All right, go on, get out of here. I don't know. But I
Yeah,
doubt he's at 100%. The nigga also just likes to fight too.
yeah, yeah, you do. Which good on him. Have that have a ball, but like at the same time, it's like you know, you just got here. Don't die.
That's fair.
That'd be a weird. That would be the weirdest death. The weirdest fucking death
Mm,
in Sakamoto, hands down. Like you got your ass whooped just to come back to life and die again.
be like the funniest death.
Crazy.
But man, you done took back-to-back L's, huh?
Yeah,
One of them killed you. No,
yeah, bro. You got Yamcha numbers. Nah, he don't got Yamcha. He don't have Yamcha numbers. He
hey,
ain't. He haven't got. He did not get Yamcha.
in Yamcha's defense, he knew when it was time to call it quits. He's like, you know what? The game has moved past me.
Yeah, yeah.
Time to
It's
play
my time to
baseball.
go.
He says, time to play baseball, bro.
It's my time. It's time for me to. It's time for me to be around these normal people. I done forgot. I'm the truth. It's just I'm fucking with Saiyans, Namekians, half Saiyans, Cybermen,
Yeah,
androids with Saiyan DNA.
right.
Like I'm really in over my head.
He's like, it's time to call quits, y'all. Hey, Puar, let's see if you can find my agent right quick. Talk to him about, joining the team once again.
Yeah, cause damn,
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
Saiyan, bro. It need to be said.
Hmm.
Good chapter, man. Sakamoto always go deliver.
100%. Well, shit, on that note, what was your favorite chapter this week?
My favorite chapter this week. I'm going to say it's nothing that really dropped this week. The blood. I don't want to say Dan Nan. I think I'm gonna say One Piece. Um, I
I'm like
think
a chapter and a half behind.
But as you can see, it's kind of building up. It ain't even kind of building up. It's really building up. So we next chapter we might get a huge, huge reveal.
Okay.
Huge, bro. You almost there though.
Well, all right. Do we finally get through the fucking recording? Because that shit's been dragging a little
That
bit
was
too.
annoying as fuck. That
I
was
was
annoying
like,
as
come
fuck, by the way.
on, bro. But
It's such a tease, and it's like
so I'm
you always
like, just
do that.
I'm trying to find out the world's history too, dog.
Yeah,
Like,
no, we getting there. We getting there. We got a big a subtly big. You're gonna enjoy it.
okay,
What's coming next is gonna be a doozy.
okay. Well, I'll probably throw it in the group chat once I'm there. I'll be like, what
Oh,
the fuck?
for sure,
But yeah.
for sure. Yeah.
Um,
What about you?
man, Kengan was good, but it wasn't a mind-blowing Kengan chapter.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's how I
like it wasn't
feel
like
too. Like
a crazy
I
reveal
enjoy
or
King.
anything like that. Yeah. Go ahead, sorry.
Yeah,
It was a good chapter. It just wasn't like a oh shit type chapter. Like when
this
Yamashita
wasn't
was
like a
like,
crazy.
wait, go ahead.
Nah, this wasn't like a crazy week with manga.
Yeah.
I would have technically said, but I think I said it last week. Versus
Yeah.
that was a go. That
Yeah.
was
They just haven't dropped anything. They drop once a month. So it's like once we get it, we gotta wait a whole last month. So probably in a couple weeks.
yeah.
Um, but if I had to take my choice from this week's slate, I'd probably go Sakamoto Days. But I was also jonesing for Sakamoto Days. I feel like this was our first chapter in like a week and a half because everybody took a pause last week.
Yeah,
Um, so Sakamoto Days was really good. Did not disappoint as per usual.
for you.
All right, man. It's topic of the week time. Favorite anime suit, Bryce. What you got, dog?
Okay, so I got a list. I got a list.
Hey, I didn't respect it. I didn't respect the five limit. I'm gonna just say it right now. I know Matt's gonna be
Yeah,
sick, but I didn't respect
I
it this
mean,
time.
he probably gonna be
Once
happy.
once I started typing, bro, it's just started flowing. Who am I? Who am I to stop it?
Who about it? Who are you to stop the flow?
Right.
I respect it. I fucking respect it. All right. You want to go first, or you want me to go first?
Oh, because I'm gonna go anime and tokusatsu, like live action shit. But
I got some. I got some
this
tokusatsu too.
this goes into both realms. And I know Bryce, you're familiar with this series, but Gato, because
Oh,
Gato
okay.
does have an anime,
Yeah.
but Golden Knight Garo, Silver Knight Ray, probably my favorite of the armors. And I mean, Gato, it's like, yeah, protagonist kind of goes without saying. But I remember when I saw Ray's armor for the first time, I was like, oh shit, bro. I'm pretty sure I bought the action figures for both of them actually. They're
Oh
my
shit.
I really dude, Gato is my shit. Like I love Gato. But the wolf concept, the horrors, it's like, yo, this this is what Bleach could have been. I don't know. Like I don't know, bro. But
Sometimes it's real to just say that.
I
Sometimes
just
yeah, bro.
bro, Gato is just dope. Super Sentai slash Power Rangers, Mega Ranger, aka Power Rangers in Space. Love the simplicity of the suits. Love it. Um Kaku Ranger, which you might also know as Mighty Morphin Alien Rangers, but it was actually I don't the Alien Ranger thing was just fucking weird.
It
But
was very weird, especially the
but
way they did it in the American version.
oh my god, dude. The Japanese version though, the Kaku Ranger, bro, that shit was cool. They weren't aliens, they were ninjas. Why not do the so like the Ninja Megazord, all that shit that they folded into that Power Ranger season, that was Kaku Ranger dogs. I'm saying this to our listeners, not to you, Bryce. But I love those suit designs too because it was like simple. You got the ninja vibe immediately. It was sick to me. And then I'd probably say one of my all-time favorite suits, probably Hurricaneer, aka Ninja Storm. I don't know
Oh,
what it is about Ninja Storm, but man, them suits speak to me.
you right. You're right, TJ. Ninja Storm had the best fucking eyes. They was some dope ass Rangers. There's
Nigga.
only one other Ranger pair that I put over Ninja Storm, and technically they not Rangers.
Mm. But it's like it's just Ninja Storm. Like I would take time out of my day to like watch that shit before I go to school. Like what was that channel? Fox Family or some shit or
Mhm.
ABC Family? They'd play it sometimes. I'd be like, yes.
Yeah.
I'll miss that bus.
R.I.P. the Red Ranger.
Yeah. Wait, what?
Yeah, Red Ranger died.
From Ninja Storm?
Yeah.
Fuck. RIP. And then on the Common Rider tip, I'm sorry, Matt. I've already disrespected the list, and I'm gonna disrespect it twice.
Damn. How you disrespect the list twice? You got two lists?
If I got you shocked, I know I've really disrespected this list. But I got Kamen Rider Black RX. This was actually the Kamen Rider series that got me into Kamen Rider, and in the US it was known as Masked Rider. So when I ended up kind of
Oh
jumping back
shit.
into Kamen Rider, I was looking for Masked Rider, and then my world was opened up to this like, oh shit, there's a whole Japanese like original series that, and it just that's what brought me back in when I was in high school. So Kamen Rider Black RX,
Okay.
because hey, nostalgia, that was the one I knew, right? Kamen Rider 555, aka Fies, that was so after I started looking up Kamen Rider Black RX, aka Mass Rider, Kamen Rider Fies was the current season going on at the time in Japan, and I jumped into that, and I was like, oh shit. Then of course I had to jump into Blade, which was the next season. Then later on, I got into Kamen Rider Kabuto, and of course, when I'm saying the Kamen Rider series title, I'm actually referring to the protagonist rider. You usually have some secondary riders. In Kabuto, Kamen Rider Gatak was probably my next favorite suit. Kamen Rider Zero One came out like maybe like what 4 or 5 years ago. Zero One
Yeah.
had a good ass suit to it. Kamen Rider Saber, I like the concept, like the books and the writing and shit like that. And
Yeah.
then all-time favorite suit design because it was so radically different from the other series. Kamen Rider Hibiki with an honorable mention in that same series of Kamen Rider Todoroki. Hibiki was the taiko drummer. Todoroki had a trumpet design. And if you've never watched Kamen Rider Hibiki, it's like the other comparison I can make it to is like if you look at G Gundam versus the other Gundam series. Not that it's on some foolish shit. No, no, no. I mean, it's just vastly different from what you would be used to for a common rider series. That's where I'm getting at with that.
Yeah.
Last one, and again, this is my third violation. Uh on the anime side, I gotta go Ronin Warriors. It was either
Okay.
that or Saint Seiya, but it's like I never really rocked with Saint Seiya like that. Didn't hate Saint Seiya, I just never got into it. Um, but Ronin Warriors, hey, I gotta go with my boy Ryo. That's how we called him back in there, but we know, of course, the pronunciation is Rio. Specifically, that white Inferno armor, that Blaze Inferno, white Inferno armor, that shit was tight. Um, yeah, I'm gonna pass it over to you, Bryce. I was like all over the place and I violated the list like 8 times, but hey, I'm sorry, Matt. I'm
That is
sorry.
the longest list to date, and that's amazing. Okay, so going on my list, um, there's a couple. So I'm gonna start off with this one. So you mentioned the Ninja Storm Rangers. That was gonna be on my list, and then there was one particular set of Rangers that I was like, oh no, they gotta make the list because I
Mm.
absolutely love how they look. Technically, they weren't Rangers, but they are. They
I'm
are Psycho Rangers.
oh man.
The Psycho
Oh my,
Rangers to me,
they gave
were
multiple generations of Rangers problems.
bro, they were a problem. The Psycho Rangers were so cool. They started making more Psycho Rangers in the comic book. They got a green Psycho Ranger and a silver Psycho Ranger. Do you know how amped I was when I saw the green Psycho Ranger? How I wish the Psycho Rangers got their own series.
That's insane, Bryce. They're villains.
No, no, no. Listen, I was so for the Psycho Rangers. I made up my own plot. They took out the Psycho Rangers. They turned the Psycho Rangers into morphers, and then
Mm,
on some like Task Force X shit, they just got a team of people
mm,
and made them into the Psycho Rangers. And so it was like they was battling their own morphers, like they were fucking with their heads, type
mm.
of shit. That's how much I like the Psycho Rangers.
That's crazy, dude.
I love
But
the Psycho Rangers.
I'm
They
not
are
gonna
so
hold you.
cool.
They had some cool ass suits.
They had cool ass
Evil
suits.
aside. Evil
Evil
aside.
aside, they could turn into monsters, bro. They rangers that turn into kaijus. How can I not like them? That's the dream. That is the dream. All right, number two. For me personally, when it comes to my common riders, less is more.
Mm,
A lot less is more.
mm,
That's why my favorite suit when it comes to the Kamen Riders, and it is not beaten so far, though Kamen Rider 01 was close.
mm.
My favorite suit is Kamen Rider Skull.
Yeah. Yeah.
A hard-boiled Kamen Rider?
Hey,
What?
to the point. Yeah.
Bro, he would transform, take off the fedora, put it on, and then say, hey, count your sins. What? You ever see somebody do a Michael Jackson fucking spin and take somebody out? What? He had on an all-white suit with a matching fedora. Nah, there was nobody cleaner than Skull, bro.
Yeah.
Nobody. He had a fucked up story the way it played out, but guess what? He was still that nigga.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's a
All
good
right,
one.
thank you. Here's another one. I still ain't get to the anime, bro. Well, no, well, the Green Ranger suit. Oh, it's a classic. I love Tommy. I remember
Yeah.
that so much as a child. Like the Green Ranger was that nigga.
Hey, he was giving them how you
He was
eject
getting
somebody from their
props.
own Zord.
To this
Like,
day, nobody has kicked the Rangers out their old Zord. Nobody. They've destroyed the Zord. You know
nigga
what's
said,
crazy?
knock, knock.
Tommy took out a kaiju. Tommy took out a monster without being in a Zord
Yeah.
as the Black Ranger.
That's insane.
That was crazy. Man, man. R.I.P. Tommy. All
Mm,
right, let's get to some animes and mangas. I got Kaiju number 8 on this list. It's a transformation. It is a suit,
that's
and
fair.
that shit is fucking fire.
That's fair.
Um, Actually, honestly, all the kaiju suits are dope.
Yeah.
But particularly Kaiju number 8 is still like a dope ass fucking transformation and just seeing it. And watching the anime just kind of like really took that over the edge to me. Like, holy shit, it's so fucking cool. Um, Here's another one. Technically, this is a suit. It's the fusion dance clothes when you
Mm,
fuse Dragon Ball Z.
hmm. It's a cool
Dope.
fit.
It's a dope ass fit. It's a dope ass fit. The vest with the pants and the shoes, it's clean. It's clean. You can't go wrong with it. Um, even Majin Buu got that shit on, don't he? Well, he got on
He's
like
got
tight.
like a
Yeah,
variation.
he variation. Yeah, so just clean, just very clean. And yeah, that is my list. I definitely have more suits on my mind, but I said I was gonna keep it to the five.
You said that, not me. I got two more honorable mentions for you.
Damn, word.
All right. Here.
Hilarious.
Again, Matt's gonna be pissed. I can feel it as we speak.
You can't put me in
I
this one.
I
Wasn't me.
know he's on his flight right now and his ears are burning and things like I know TJ's wilding with that list. I
He's
just
picturing it now and shit.
yes,
Motherfucker got a 10 layered list.
but uh two honorable mentions. Number one, you gotta give props to the original Sailor Moon, right?
That's true. We didn't have it say yeah, Sailor
Sailor
Moon.
Moon. We got to give Sailor Moon her props, right?
Yeah.
And then recency bias, My Adventures with Superman. He does
Oh
technically
yeah.
speak, when he gets into that suit, he does kind of transform into it. They kind of tweaked his origin, but I'm not mad at it. The the first season was pretty good.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, you know what's another good transformation?
Go ahead, Bryce. Go ahead.
Fully Cooley.
Yeah,
When he got Aiden when he confused with the TV dude.
yeah,
Yeah,
that was
that
pretty
wasn't
insane.
going.
Yeah.
That wasn't going. Um, Attack on Titan, we never even mentioned that. I mean, technically, it's a suit.
Technically, yeah, that's true.
Titan suit. Um, yeah, it's a a lot of good like battle suits. You know what? Mobile Suit Gundam. That's what I'm gonna say.
Technically, suit is even in the name. Like,
Yeah, no, like Domo, and then when my hand just burned red. Like I fucking love that
hey,
shit. When the
bro, that's
tattoo
just
showed up.
childhood right there.
Oh man. If they ever did it, I would take
This
a I
hand of
would take
mine
a
glows with an awesome power, and it tells me to defeat you.
it
Take
tells me
this,
to
my
defeat
love,
you.
my sorrow, and all my anger.
Oh
Shining
man.
finger. Like,
Man, he was going
uh,
ill. I feel like
bro,
that's the only voice acting job that dude took. That was
yeah.
it. Because he got into dental school or some shit, right?
I don't know, bro. I
That's why
never
he
followed
stopped. He
up
was
that
paying.
hard.
He was paying for school. That's why he was doing it.
Well, he did a fucking awesome
He
job
did a
because I
phenomenal
still
job.
I still clearly remember the shit. Like I
Yeah.
hear the orchestra music, like like oh my god. This is gonna
I
make
might
me want
have
to
to
watch G
rewatch
Gundam.
Mobile Suit Gundam. I think I'm due. I'm due
Yeah,
for a Gundam series we watch.
yeah. Well, shit,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
What's our topic of the week next week? Actually, out of
That's a good ass
curiosity.
question. What is our topic of the week next week? Our topic of the week next week. What are you reading? What are you reading? What did I say? Manga outside of what we cover. So yeah, okay, that'll be a good, interesting topic. We could just talk about manga that catch our attention and manga that we're reading outside, things that we're kind of curious to reading, things we plan on reading.
Hell
So
yeah,
yeah, yeah, I got a couple. But I'm pretty sure y'all know the majority of stuff I'm reading.
yeah. We're
Yeah,
pretty open with each other in the chat.
yeah,
Oh
yeah. But
shit! All
yeah,
right.
I'm excited. Maybe I'll do some digging and find some more stuff to read. Maybe some older stuff or some newer stuff.
And you know what's crazy, Bryce? I don't see a limit on this.
Oh, yeah.
Matt's already angry. Watch him edit the topic of the week and add
Oh,
like a
he's gonna edit.
strong gas limit on that.
It's too late though. I got my list is too long because I told y'all about Rooster Fighter, but now I can talk about Rooster Fighter. I'm definitely gonna
Oh
talk
shit,
about
yeah. Yeah. All right, y'all. We did it. This has been episode 117 Manga, the Now Mind You podcast. Thank you as always for listening. Thank you for
Appreciate you.
sharing. Yeah, we really do appreciate the support. You can always find this podcast on any podcast distribution platform. All you gotta do is search for Now Mind You Podcast when it comes to social media. Typically, it's going to be at Now Mind You Pod, so NOWMINDYOUPOD. If you're looking for us, you can find me on Instagram at Tuss4Skate. That's TUSS number 4_SKATE. Where can they find you, Bryce?
Follow me on Instagram at Ashe_Onsa. That's AXE_ONCA, baby. And where can they find Mr. Strong? Mr. Strong, God damn it. Where can they find Matt?
Matt. Well, they can find him on damn near everything because the branding stays what, Bryce?
Strong.
At
Strong.
Matt Hambrick. MATTHAMBRIC, y'all. With that, thank you again for all the support, and we will catch you either next week or in the combat episode, y'all. Peace.
Peace.